Hi my friends, hi yogis, welcome to your practice. We are right in the heart of summertime. The days are long, the sun is shining down on our shoulders. All of your summer activities are in full swing, your baseball games, barbecues with friends, riding your bike outside, everything that you love to do in the summertime. And sometimes your yoga practice can fall by the wayside, especially if you're sort of a 5 p.m. after work kind of yogi and there's other things that you'd rather do outdoors at that time. That is wonderful. Enjoy the summer as much as you can. So I made this standing balancing practice for you that you can fit in any time of your day, whatever works around your schedule. So welcome to your mat. If you haven't visited your mat in a little while, welcome back. If you've been practicing every single day, welcome back to your mat today. Come on up to stand at the top of your mat, unroll your mat, and let's get started. So set yourself up at the top of the mat. Ground down equally into both feet. Lift up all 10 toes and then one by one press them down and into the mat. Ground down into your heels. We're going to warm up with a full range of motion with one Jiva Mukti style sun salutation. Interlace your thumbs, spread your fingers wide. Inhale as you reach up to the sky. Exhale, fold forward, clasp your hands behind your back. Halfway lift, breathe in, look up and lengthen. Both hands come down to the mat, step your right knee back, right leg back, knee down, chin up, inhale. Left knee steps back beside your right, lower knees, chin and chest down to the mat. Cobra pose, inhale, hands right underneath your shoulders. Child's pose to down dog, exhale here. We're right into the full range of motion. Step your right foot forward, left knee down, chin up, inhale. Left foot steps forward beside right, halfway lift, look up. Fold forward, head down. Interlace your thumbs, stand up, fingers wide, inhale. Second side, fold forward, exhale, clasp your hands behind your back. Halfway lift, lengthen as you look up, knees can be slightly bent. Plant your hands on the mat, tent your fingers, left knee back. Chin up, inhale. Step your right knee back beside your left. Knees, chin, and chest lower down. Exhale. Cobra pose, breathe in, look up. Child's pose to down dog. Exhale, press back. Deep breath in here and then step your left foot to the top of the mat. Knee down, chin up. Exhale, step your right foot forward. Halfway lift as you breathe in. Exhale, fold forward, head down. Thumbs interlace, fingers wide, stand up, inhale, lean back. Hands to your heart center, exhale, stand here, firm and steady at the top of your mat. Take a deep breath in, ground down equally into both feet. Surya Namaskara B, bend your knees, big toes together, heels apart. Utkatasana, palms together overhead, inhale. Fold forward, plant your palms on the mat. Look up as you breathe in. Step or jump back to Chaturanga, lower. Upward facing dog, breathe in, point your toes. Downward facing dog. Breathe out. Lift your right leg to the sky. Inhale, stack your right hip on top of your left. Pause here. Take a breath in. Left foot steps through to warrior one. Exhale, both hands come down. Chaturanga Dandasana. Fingers spread wide. Press out through your heels. Upward facing dog. Point your toes. Downward facing dog. Breathe out. Lift your left leg to the sky. Inhale, stack your hips. Warrior one, step through. Right foot is at 45 degrees, left toes pointing forward, palms together over your head. Exhale, both hands down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Legs straight and strong. Upward facing dog, breathe in. Downward facing dog, breathe out. Take 5 deep breaths here. This is your home base. Down dog is certainly not a rest. It's difficult every single time, but it is your home base, so you find a place of familiarity here. Heels pressing down into the mat. Down dog feels like coming home in your yoga practice. Gaze towards your kneecaps, possibly look towards your navel. Good, look to the top of the mat, step or jump your feet forward. I always step. Some of you might jump. Big toes are together, heels apart, halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale as you fold. Utkatasana, bend your knees, palms together overhead, really strong through your low back. Samastitihi. Stand firm and steady here at the top of your mat. Take a deep breath in. Lift your shoulders up towards your ears. Exhale, roll your shoulders down and away from your ears. Inhale, reach your hands up towards the sky, and then stay here in this standing upward facing salute, Urdhva Hastasana. If you can look out a window, look towards the horizon. If you're in your house, look straight ahead and slightly up. Ground down into both feet. Breathe deeply here. You can interlace your fingers. Just your index fingers are pointing up towards the sky. Stretch a little bit taller. And then exhale, fold forward. Separate your feet to hip width apart if they're not already. Plant your palms on the mat. Press your weight into your hands and let your head hang heavily down towards the mat. Uttanasana, forward fold. Tuck deeply into this forward fold. Forward folds are deeply introspective. You're looking towards your navel and you grow this sense of confidence in being you exactly as you are. All you're teaching yourself in your yoga practice is to be perfectly imperfect you in this moment. And it is a lifetime worth of work to get to learn that state of mind. Head down. Inhale to stand all the way up. Salute the practice, salute your day or your evening, whatever time it is you're practicing this. And then just gently twist over towards your right. So extend your arms out beside you, turn your right hip forward, and you're just twisting at your hips. Inhale, come through center, and then twist towards the left. Arms extend straight out behind you. We'll do that one more time. Inhale, come through center. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale to center and then to the left. Exhale. Center, breathe in, separate your feet to mat width apart or maybe even wider. Exhale, fold forward. You're going to plant your left hand on the mat, reach your right hand up towards the sky. Exhale, right hand down, left hand reaches up. Breathe in as you reach up. Exhale down. Inhale up, find your breath and your movement. We always start and end with the breath. Every time your mind or your attention wanders off to something other than your yoga mat, gently coax your attention back and into your breath, breathing in as you reach up. Breathing out through your nose as your hands come down to the mat. Heel toe your feet back to hip width apart, so the outside edges of your feet are directly underneath your hip bones. Tent your fingertips, look up and breathe in, and step back to a high plank. Hold here for just a moment. Hover your right foot up and off the mat, find your strength. And switch sides, hover your left foot up and off the mat. You're looking at the floor in front of your mat, so not looking down between your hands. Press back to downward facing dog. Step your right leg towards the sky. Inhale, stack your right hip on top of your left, and then flip your dog, come to wild thing. Land your right foot on the outside edge of your mat. Straighten both knees. Right hand comes up and over. Come to side plank here on your left side. So you're already on the outside edge of your left foot. Set yourself up, reach your right hand towards the sky. Breathe in. Breathe out, 1. Breathe in. Breathe out, 2. Both hands down to the mat. Press back, downward facing dog. Lift your left leg. Inhale, stack your left hip on top of your right. Flip your dog, wild thing. Come to side plank. Both hands down. Downward facing dog. Breathe out. Lift your right leg towards the sky. Inhale. This time we'll step forward into a lunge. Right foot steps to the top of the mat. Hands press together overhead and stay here. So your body is so strong and active in this pose, but your palms are really lightly pressing together. It's like this paradox between ease and effort. There's an extraordinary effort in your body to stay in this lunge, but your palms just representing the ease of being in the practice. Of course, it isn't easeful. Yoga is really difficult. It's difficult to get to know yourself in the silence. It's difficult to do the poses. It's difficult to commit to a regular practice. But somehow along the way, you find ease and effort. Very slowly move the energy down. Bring your hands together at your heart center. And then twist. Left elbow will hook the outside of your right knee. Palms pressing together. Look up towards the sky. Look down for balance. Step your left foot up beside your right. Revolved Utkatasana, Parvarita Utkatasana. Just one deep breath in here. And then fold over your legs. Exhale, separate your feet to hip width apart. Lengthen as you look up. Breathe in. Step or jump back. Chaturanga Dandasana. Upward facing dog. Inhale. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Step your left leg towards the sky. Step your left foot through. Lunge, hands together overhead. And hands together at your heart center. Hook your right elbow on the outside of your left knee. And then look down for balance. Parvarita Utkatasana, revolved chair pose. Right foot steps back, steps forward beside your left. One deep breath in. Bend your knees. Exhale as you fold forward. Head down. Separate your feet to hip width apart. Just put your hands on your shins for this one. Come up halfway, straighten your elbows, really press back into your shins, gently straightening your legs, look up. Exhale as you fold forward. Come all the way up to standing. Inhale, reach up, come into tree pose. Sole of your right foot will come to your inner left thigh, and you will stay balancing, blowing slightly in the wind, letting yourself be gently letting yourself be in your yoga practice. You made this time for yourself today. That is worth celebrating. So many people come to yoga for so many different reasons, and every single time you show up on your mat, you get to know yourself a little bit better. You finish your practice a different person than when you started. Not better, not worse, just different. We get to know ourselves, our wise selves, in such a profound way in our yoga practice. Bring your hands together at your heart center. So often throughout my practices, hands come back to heart center just as a way of acknowledging the light that emanates out from your heart. Release right foot down to the mat, and let's do Vrikshasana, tree pose, second side. Sole of your left foot to your inner thigh, hands overhead. Look up towards the horizon. If you're in a room, look to where the ceiling meets the wall. Unless you have really beautiful vaulted ceilings, in that case, just stare straight ahead. Tree pose. I call this practice land and heart yoga. Tree pose represents it so well. Think of your foot growing roots down and into the land that you occupy, wherever it is you are in the world, whatever the landscape looks like, you are growing roots down into that place. As you exhale, your hands come down in front of your heart center. And again, you acknowledge this extraordinary love and light that emanates out from your heart. All of the people in your vicinity, they pick up on that light. Exhale, both feet down to the mat. Let's come through a sun salutation to sit. Inhale, reach your hands up towards the sky. Take a breath in. Exhale as you fold forward. Look up as you lengthen your spine. Breathe in. Jump back to Chaturanga. Exhale. Upward facing dog. Inhale. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Stay here. Couple of breaths. And then jump through to sit. Soles of your feet together, knees wide, thumbs pressing into the arches of your feet. And don't tip forward just yet. Lengthen your spine. Sit up as tall as you can. Make space for this next breath in through your nose. And then exhale. One more breath in here. Supta Baddha Konasana, cobbler's pose. Baddha Konasana. Supta is the reclined version. We'll come to that in a minute. Release the grip on your feet. Come into the next pose, which is wide-legged forward fold. Extend your legs wide. I like to have my heels on the mat just for a little cushioning under the feet. Remember, your feet stay really strong in wide-legged forward fold. So you lengthen your spine as you breathe in, and then you walk your hands forward and extend your hands as far forward as you can. Toes stay strong. You can start to let your head hang heavily forward towards the mat. Breathe deeply here. Once we get into seated poses, we sit and stay for a while, and we let ourselves experience quiet stillness. Nothing else to do, nowhere to be, just this practice, this time that you've carved out for yourself. Stay with your breath, inhaling and exhaling through your nose. Really patiently wait for your entire inhale to be complete. Breathing as deeply into your lungs as you can. And then wait for all of the air to leave your lungs as you exhale. Each of these breaths in and out is creating prana. This whole practice creates prana, this energetic life force that flows through your circulation system, through your muscles, your joints, your nerves, your mental health benefits from this prana as well. You get to know yourself on your yoga mat. Come up to sit. Legs are extended wide, your spine is long, posture is strong and tall, and walk your right hand over towards your outstretched right foot. Reach your left hand up and over your ear. Hold on to the outside edge of your foot. And if you can't reach the outside edge of your foot, hold on to the back of your head. Actually, I'm going to do this for today. Left elbow pointing up towards the sky. You're coming into a side bend and simultaneously opening your chest up towards the sky. 3 deep breaths here, as slowly as you can. Come up and through center. And then second side, walk your left elbow towards the front. I always have to check my microphone throughout the practice, just making sure that everything's still running. I used to just teach yoga exclusively in a studio, and I still do that. I teach at any studio that I can. Making these videos is a whole extra component, making sure that lights, camera, microphone, sound, space, the whole thing all has to come together to share a practice with you, beautiful yogi, wherever it is you are, logging into this practice. I call the practice Land and Heart Yoga. It's a deep reminder to our connection to the land that we occupy. The natural world is the most beautiful place that we can be. Really join me in appreciating the natural world. Come to sit into your meditation. I don't really sit in lotus anymore. I did when I was much younger. And now I just sit cross-legged. This is Sukhasana, easy pose, one ankle crossed in front of the other. Sometimes you sit on a prop, sometimes don't. Lately I've been practicing not sitting on a prop and leaning back, engaging the core strength sitting here. Hands are just lightly nestled into your lap. Close your eyes and sit into your meditation. Let's share this meditative space together. Close your eyes and imagine the sounds of summer, whatever that sounds like for you. Around here, it is wind blowing through the trees. So many deciduous trees here that we don't notice in the winter. They're all closed and sleeping for the winter. They don't have any leaves. So the wind in the deciduous trees is such a beautiful sound of summer here. People on the water laughing, paddling around. People out at all hours because it's light all night or most of the night here. Really, summertime for me conjures up laughter and joy and heat and leaves, deciduous leaves. And also a little bit of exhaustion in summer. Let's acknowledge that. Let's be real. Summer is tiring. Let this meditation that you're doing right now, let this restore some vital energy. We'll lie down for Shavasana in a moment, but here, just sit into your meditation. Gently coax yourself out of your meditation and set yourself up for a supported inversion and then Shavasana. So make sure that you have a blanket or a pillow handy. I'm going to grab a block for my supported inversion. Got my block. And you can use anything you want for a supported inversion. Your legs could be up on the couch if that's nearby, a block underneath your hips or a pillow, a couple of pillows, a big thick yoga bolster if you have one of those nearby, or nothing. If you're really flexible through your hips, you don't really need anything to support yourself in this inversion. You'll just extend your legs up towards the sky. And that is it. For me, it's a little bit more relaxing, just a little bit of pressure off the low back if hips are supported on a block. Once you get into an inversion, the trick is to settle in and then stay a while. So we'll stay for a couple of breaths at least. Gently squeeze your knees in towards your chest. Get rid of the block out from underneath your hips. And lower your knees down onto the mat. Come into a reclined twist before Shavasana. Turn your knees to the left. Gaze out over your right shoulder. Come back through center, recline twist the other way. And then squeeze your knees in towards your chest. Lift your forehead up towards your knees. Squeeze your face. Flex your feet. Take a deep breath in. Exhale into Shavasana. Lie flat on your back. Turn your palms up towards the ceiling. Let your feet separate at least mat width apart. Stare straight up at the sky. Feel your weight pressing down into the land. Open your heart up to the power of your practice. And then close your eyes and take complete rest. Do not let your mind wander off to any distractions. Do not let anything disturb your final rest, your Shavasana. Really gently wiggle your fingers and your toes. Deepen your breath. Come on over onto your side and come to sit to close your practice with me. Hands are together at your heart center. Acknowledge this energy shift that you create every time you unroll your yoga mat. You get to know your wise self. Thank you so much for practicing with me. Namaste. The light in me sees and acknowledges the light in you. And I am so grateful that you practice yoga with me or here, wherever it is that you're practicing yoga. Acknowledge the incredible, extraordinary effort of showing up for your yoga practice. Have a beautiful rest of your day, and I will talk to you again soon. My name is Kate. This is Land and Heart Yoga, and I also do Land and Heart Yoga teacher training. So thank you for joining me. I share the yoga energy with you, and I appreciate your presence. Have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you very soon. Goodbye.